I'm gonna give you my experience with this whole black men versus black women thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I never knew how serious it was. You would see certain things, like the usual misogyny in music videos and whatnot, especially when you don't know any different. You don't know any different. All you know is like the black community, people of the African diaspora. You don't really understand that it's maybe just a problem within, the black community. You see the whole, like guys like talking to multiple women, the usual stuff. It happens in every race, right? Came onto social media probably, well, I've been on social media for a hot minute, but started taking it seriously in 2011. And I would post mainly about dating and relationships, like just dating and relationship advice, because that's really my forte is that. But I've been dragged into this dark world that I don't like. Like, I really don't like. It was in 2014, I made a video called Black Women Don't Want Us Anymore, or Why Black Women Don't Want Us Anymore. And some of you that know me from back then, like on Facebook, because it was on Facebook, will remember that video. And I was talking to black men, like I was telling black men, we need to step up. But it's funny because that video was not originally going to be directed at black men. I had gotten so sick and tired of seeing on my newsfeed black women disrespect black men and black women saying that they've had enough of black men, generalizing and saying that they're gonna get a white man, stop stressing with Dante, build up your credit with David, stuff like that. Because I wasn't on social media like that, like I wasn't on YouTube like that. I would use YouTube to listen to music, if I needed to find out how to fix something, how to do something, that's when I would go to YouTube. So I did not know. I would use YouTube to look at like stupid things. So I turned my camera on and I'm about to tell black women, stop generalizing all black men because we're not all bad. And we're not all like that just because you had your particular experience. I just started talking, turned on the camera, and instead of going at black women and telling black women, stop generalizing, we didn't all do this, I realized I had an epiphany. I realized that everything is done for a reason. Sometimes things come from a place of hurt. I pressed record and I started telling the camera what my preferences were, how much I love black women, and how it saddens me that so many black women that I'm seeing on social media have had enough of black men, et cetera, et cetera. And then I gave the reasons. So I actually started preaching to the brothers and addressing the brothers. I was saying, look, we got to do better. We're supposed to protect black women. We're supposed to defend them. We're supposed to step up. We're supposed to give them a reason. When y'all talk about submitting, we're supposed to give them a reason to submit if that's what it is that you require or that you want. You can't just demand things. But we haven't really done what we're supposed to be doing. Our job is to protect, defend, provide, take care of. And I didn't even realize the opposition that I was going to get. I'm going to link that video in the description afterwards so you can watch that to see where I started with this. I really did not know how deep it was. I don't have an experience of being a black woman. I don't know what it's like to be a black woman. But what I do know what it's like is to be a man that stands up for black women and is willing to put his neck out there and defend black women. And the backlash that I got from that really showed me something. That video, which was trying to like bridge a gap between black men and black women and say, look, sisters, please don't give up on us because we're not all like this. And I'm going to try my best to wake up a couple brothers so that y'all don't give up on us. And you know what happened? It was like a 7-minute video. Everything that I did in 7 minutes, sisters came. The video wasn't even for women. It was for black men. Sisters came through and they were like, oh my God, I was about to give up, but this video gives me hope. Thank you. I'm glad somebody finally said, like, it was really encouraging that sisters understood the reason behind the video. It wasn't a video saying, I love you. You're beautiful. You're cute. It was nothing about that. Remember, this was on Facebook and this went viral. I don't mean like 20 shares. We're talking like 40, 50, 60,000 shares, right? X amount of likes. The comments were crazy. I couldn't keep up. I had to turn off my notifications. I went from, I think I had 2,000 likes on Facebook to about 50,000 likes. 50,000 followers on Facebook in the space of about 2 weeks. Black men came up in the comment section and completely undid all the work I did in that video. Not all. There were some brothers that were like, this brother's right. This brother's got a wise head on him. This brother's telling the truth. This brother is right. We do need to do better. This brother's making me think. And then there was a bunch of black men that were like, F that. Not all black women are queens. Some of them are whores. Some of them are bitches. Some of them are this. Some of them are that. I had never experienced this in my life. I never seen black men talk about black women like that. I hadn't experienced this. And then I became a scapegoat. They started attacking me, the way I looked, my videos, my content. They started turning me into memes. They started coming at me, and I was like, why? Because I said that we need to do better, because I said we need to protect our sisters, because I told you that if you don't do better, that your sisters are going to leave you, and then there's not going to be a black community. Because I said that, that makes me an enemy. That makes me what? A simp. That makes me weak. And it continued, and it was like, wow. And it was pretty disgusting. Like, I started one little video that literally just said, brothers, take care of the sisters. Trust me, we need them. They're not our enemy. I was not attacking black men. I even took accountability. When I would talk, I would say we. We are not doing enough. We're not appreciating our sisters. I kept saying we. That means I put myself in that same box. I did not attack anybody. I started receiving death threats, messages. I blocked so many people on Facebook. It was ridiculous. Everybody kept asking me to go to YouTube, but I didn't want to go. I didn't even jump on YouTube till 2015. The amount of opposition I got just for saying, treat the sisters right. We need them. So I started having to make more videos. I started seeing more and more stuff. Women started sending me things. They started saying, look, Angel, look at this, watch this, check this out. And I thought, wow, this is messed up. So I started speaking on multiple topics that pertain to black women being disrespected by black men, being disrespected by the white community, white media, and white women. Colorism, all of these, I started talking on these subjects. Like I said, I never knew the seriousness. When I got sent videos by Thomas Harris, I was made aware of him once or twice. I think I stumbled on his videos once or twice, but I didn't know he was serious. Women started sending me videos and said, look, you need to check this guy out. I started watching his video. They were begging me, like, please address him, make him see the error of his ways. And I did. I addressed him. I made a video in 2015, March 2015. He made about 20 comebacks, response videos, as people that like to harass people do. I had a problem with what he does, what he says, the generalization, the fact that you will lump all black women into this. See, and I'm the first person to tell you, not all black women are amazing, wonderful people. Okay. We know there's idiots in every race, every community, but you can't judge everybody by the minority. When I was watching his videos, it was not about talking about things that you may dislike within the black community that you're sick and tired of. I talk about that. It wasn't about that. It was about pure, unadulterated hatred, venom, vitriol. When he would talk, you could see the hatred in his eyes. You could feel the hatred. You could hear the hatred. It was hatred. Like one of y'all took his puppy, stabbed it, put it in a pot, and tried to force him to eat it. He made a video about a woman that disciplined her daughter on social media. She disciplined her daughter on social media, and she didn't put her hands on her. She disciplined her. She chastised, with her mouth and said, look, vocally, blah, blah, blah. And this woman gained a large following. He made a video cussing her out because in reality, she had gained more popularity in a few days than he had ever done in years. That was the reality. I was like, I don't understand what this woman's done wrong. This woman went on camera, disciplined her child without violence. Why do you care? And why are you talking about this woman like she stabbed you? You don't know this woman. And then using that to say, this is what all black women are like. Listen to the words I'm saying. I said, literally, verbatim, this is what all black women are like. That's what he said. And I thought, wow. Okay. So yeah, I went against them. That's why I get mad when people say, oh, you need to go again. I've been there, done that. I said to myself, that's one man. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to counteract that. I'm going to make positive videos, consistently make positive videos. And I'm going to uplift my sisters. But something started happening. I started feeling the need as a man to address men, to address them, because it's not right. It's not right to go at black women like that. All black women. What? Because y'all have forgotten who brought you into this world. They use that whole, I bet your mama black. Well, yeah, she is. She is. When you say all black women, the rules don't change just because they don't suit your purpose. When you say all, you're talking about all. You're not saying all, except my mother, though. What makes your mother different? What, because she brought you into the world? Because she shouldn't have. I started seeing a pattern with the guys that are on YouTube, the ones that actually make the videos. And remember, I did say that there are certain brothers that don't fit that particular. And I gotta stop calling them brothers. Y'all not my brothers. They don't fit the stereotype. Out of shape, ugly, short, guy with issues, normally of a darker hue. But yeah, you got a couple light skinned ones. I really thought like it was really just a couple idiots, but I was watching a video today. I make it my purpose to consistently make videos that uplift and counteract. And I tell my sisters, boycott, 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 boycott. Don't watch their videos. I was watching a video today, a recent upload by some idiot, and I just thought, wow, the hatred, like the hatred. I'm disgusted. The pure hatred that these particular black men that come on social media have for black women. And it's making it more and more difficult every day for me to defend brothers and say, listen, sisters, don't give up on us. We're trying. We're going to wake up and we're going to do better. And yeah, we know it's not all black men. We know that. But these particular black men that go on YouTube and on social medias and are literally making it their life's work to disrespect black women are screaming the loudest. They're screaming the loudest. And I don't know, I can't grasp the psychology that is in your mind that says to you, I'm going to make a video to cause heartache and to cause pain and hurt, because you're not coming with solutions at all. It's not like you're saying, this is something I dislike. However, I would like this to happen. And this is also what I am going to do myself in order to make this happen. Because solutions are a two-way street. You have to also do something as well. You got to bring something to the table as well. But these guys don't want solutions. They want to critique, they want to disrespect, and they want you to submit and want you to thank them on your knees for doing it. That's when they'll be happy. This is why they're so focused on white women, Asian women, or whatever, because that's what they do. The hatred is just, it's so stupid. It's so ridiculous. I was watching the video and I sat there and I said to myself, I wonder if that guy would say that to me on the streets, would tell me that same talk on the streets. I'm a different kettle. I know these guys, we ain't cut from the same cloth. Because believe it or not, it takes a real man to stand up and go against the grain and say, nah, I'm not going to join in with bashing and attacking black women. I'm not. And I'm going to go against you. Because trust me on this, the backlash that you get for doing that really is not worth it. Not even in the slightest. It is not worth it. There has never been a moment in time when I've sat there and said, well, yeah, that backlash ain't that bad, or trust me, it ain't cool. But I do it because it's necessary. I need more brothers to speak up. I need more brothers to speak up because I'm getting tired. I know I'm not the only one doing it. So don't for one moment say Angel's acting like he's the only one doing it. I know I'm not. But you know what? I swear to God, it's like a handful of brothers. But when you talk about the brothers making videos specifically targeted at black women to disrespect them, mock them, clown them, humiliate them, hurt them, you ain't got enough hands. What is your purpose? You have to ask these men, what is your purpose? Because if for one moment you think screaming and shouting and disrespecting black women or all black women and stating black women, because people think that if you don't say all black women, that means you're not talking about black women. But when you make the statement, you say black women, blah, 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 blah. You have stated black women. Therefore, you don't need to say all black women. What is your purpose? Because if you think that what you were achieving by doing this is going to invoke some sort of thought process that makes these sisters go, oh, well, I might not be the one doing it, but now I'm going to put sisters in check because those particular ones are making us look bad, or the ones that may be doing these things that you talk about, that they're going to go, oh, well, being called a bitch and a whore and a slut and disrespected is really making me think, I don't want to be called that anymore. So I'm going to change because it doesn't work. And you know that it doesn't work. So what is your purpose? Y'all want to fit in? Y'all want to fit in with the boys? Is that what it is? Because that's what it is. It's a trend. How can I defend this? It's like sometimes I listen to some stuff that certain black women say. And although it saddens me that they attack all black men and they put all black men in a particular box, and I don't really want to hear it, there's certain times when I'm like, I can't debunk this. I can't give a rebuttal to this. How can I turn around and say that is not the case when they can bring so much evidence to the table? And we talk about white supremacy, the system that's in place, the oppression, the decimation of the black man, decimation of the black woman, the community. For black men, you're supposed to be the leaders of the community. And I know some people will turn around and say, oh, but Angel, you talk about protecting black women, but you have an issue with people that date interracially or swirl or whatever. Here's the reality. I do not have an issue. You can do what the hell you want to do. My issue is when you put white people above your own people and you swirl. That's my issue. My issue is when you tell all black women that black men ain't shit and all black men are scum and kill them and no nigga diet and flee Blackistan and black women should run away from black men and blah, 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 blah. That's what I have an issue with. So there has to be a point where my support is like, okay, I can't do that. I can't support you because you're diametrically opposed to everything that I support. When you understand that, you'll realize that as a collective, when we're generalizing, I can't stand by and have this happening. And it gets to a point where it's like, so what do you do? It's pointless. Listen, the silencing thing is pointless because you're not changing the mindset. You're not changing the thought process. You're not curing it. You know, they say that prevention is better than the cure, but the issue is still there. I rack my brain and I'm like, okay, if I make more and more videos addressing certain issues, certain topics, talking, and we'll get to some of them, they'll open their mind. If I sit there, if I debate with them, if I speak to them, if I tell them this is where you're wrong, but it isn't really working right now. So what is it? Do I have to go on the streets and do this? Do I got to start having like a militia and start beating the crap out of them? That's not changing the thought process. But some of these guys don't want to change. They have said it from their own mouths. They have said they do not want solutions. They don't care about solutions. I've even heard one of them say that he will not protect or defend black women unless you pay him. Wow. This is why we're a joke. You get all of these people that turn around and say, oh, but Angel, you're mixed. You're not even fully black. Like, like your mom's mixed race and your dad's black. So like, you're not even black. This is how important my community is to me, that I'm not going anywhere just because we're a fucking joke. It's sad. Like, it's really sad. And I'm standing and I'm watching and I'm responding. And I'm telling you, it's getting worse. The hatred is getting worse. And it's bleeding onto the streets. It's bleeding onto real life. But they don't want to listen though. If for one moment you put your pride aside and you actually listen to what I'm saying, take in what I'm saying in my videos, you will actually understand that I'm trying to help. And I actually have both genders' best interests at heart. I'm not here trying to bash anybody. I'm not here trying to make anybody look worse than the other. I really don't want to make these videos. I want to go back to talking about dating and relationships. I was nice doing that. I was happy doing that. I made money doing that, right? I made the most money when I never did race-specific topics, race-specific videos. I was doing events. I've been blackballed now from certain events because they've seen my videos. Nah, we don't want you there. I lost clients because I started talking about these topics. I want black men and black women to come together. I want them to be a unit. I want to be unified. I want that. It's mainly the older guys. It's the guys in their mid-30s, mid-40s, older, it's them. But they're brainwashing and manipulating the younger minds. Because I'm now seeing younger brothers start talking like this on social media. And I'm like, who told you this? Where are you getting your stats from? Where are you getting this from? If you see an issue, listen, if you see stats, and remember these stats are given to you by white society. If you see these stats and you think that these stats are disgusting, shouldn't it not be your mission to try and change it? Okay, so this is the issue. These are the issues. Look at these stats. They're disgusting. What can we do about this? The Black Panthers, their whole mission was to fix the community, to fight against the powers that be and get the community right. Do you think that they were going there screaming and shouting and chastising black women? No. They would scream and shout when you're not listening. But they wanted to build the community. They had their sisters on their side. These men, I'm being real. Like, I'm starting to watch this stuff now more and more from a distance, and I'm disgusted. And it's like I really, really try to put my hand out to some of these brothers and say, "Yo, look, let's talk. Let's sit down. Let's have this discussion. Let's be on the table and let's try and fix some of these things. Let me explain to you why these issues are wrong, why you can't talk like that, why it does not work." And it's getting thrown back in my face, and it's really, really pissing me off because I feel like I'm being made a fool of by some of these brothers. And for those of you that think that my technique or my way about it does not work, I can guarantee you, screaming and shouting is not working. Telling black women that they're whores and bitches and whatever else they say and blaming everything on black women does not work. It isn't working because it's not changing anything, is it? Because you've been doing this for how many years now and nothing has changed. At no point have they go, okay, yeah. Because you're still making the same videos, talking about the same things. Therefore, it means it has not changed. Black women have gotten to a point now where they can't even trust so-called good black men. They've gotten to a point where they're afraid of black men in general. I have black women that hate me, literally hate me. Black women that continuously question my motives and like, he says, he defends us. Why does he defend us? Do you not see the issue there? That the wounds are so deep and the scars are already there that even when a man will stand up for you and fight for you, defend you, and have your back, you can't accept it. And I don't even blame my sisters for that. I really don't blame my sisters for that. Trust me. I understand. You look at the celebrities, how many of them built their empire off of the back of black women and then throw it in their face? You got that. If you want to call it shade, it's shade. You got your Derrick Jacksons, for example, that seem to be a good black man, but you got screenshots of him calling, women out, calling them derogatory names. Him talking about, yeah, marriage. No children before marriage. I want to get married, and saying that he's not down for the baby mother stuff. And he made someone a baby mother, not a wife, but a baby mother. Kept it low key until he knew he had to talk about it. So I can understand why certain sisters look at people side-eyed when they go to help them. I'm not sitting here trying to profess my innocence. Oh, I ain't never done nothing wrong. I know who I am. I know the mistakes I made in my life. But I know there are women that are listening. And if the brothers are actually listening, I know I'm going to get caught a sin and make a video. Here's the thing. This situation really hurts a lot of black women because they want to believe in black men. They will watch my videos and other brothers' videos that are uplifting them and trying to fight against it and telling them what to do. And then the moment they feel good about it, boom, a video screaming and shouting and cursing. Well, not even one, but 20 videos pop up like that. I've had sisters say to me, Angel, I try to believe in black love. I try to support black men. But then this happens. And it's not happening like once a month. It's happening every day. And I call out when black women do stuff and I say, you can't retaliate like that. But who am I to stop them from voicing their pain? Who am I to stop them from voicing their pain? It's not fair, is it? Two wrongs don't make a right. But to be honest, I can't. I say stuff and I say it's not right, and please don't do it. But I can't chastise you for it. So I'm gonna sit there and tell the brothers, stop. Don't do this. I need to sit there telling the brothers, hoping the brothers are gonna wake up. And then I'm saying, look, sisters, we're trying. Look what we're doing. We're showing solidarity. We're trying to move forward. But y'all don't want to listen to me because it's not fun. It's not fun to say, hey, let's build together. Let's fix. Let's unify. Let's show our sisters love. Oh, that's not fun, is it? It's fun to scream and shout, isn't it? And for the women that are making these certain videos that call for their death and, all the other types of stuff that they're saying, you're becoming exactly the type of men that you hate, that are hurting you. It's an embarrassment. Completely and utterly embarrassing that you go online to entertain yourself, to kill some time. And I know some of you are doing it now. I know some of you are actually searching for these negative videos now. I know. Isn't that sad as well? A lot of y'all black men on YouTube are a joke. I really have to question, why do you care what women are doing? Oh, because I don't like it. It makes our community look bad. You're making the community look bad. Boycott them. If you don't like what those women do, then boycott them. Don't talk about them. When I dislike somebody, dislike what they do, and I think they're not beneficial to me, I cut them out of my circle. I remove them from my life. They can never get back in my life at all. I don't go on a tirade and talk about them. Do you know the biggest joke is that there are men on YouTube that state specifically from their own mouths that all they do is talk about the quote unquote fuckery of black women. They actually say this is what they do. I have heard it come out of multiple guys' mouths to say, we specialize in talking about black women. That's a joke. Y'all ain't got no lives. Y'all talking, but y'all not providing no solutions. We need some solutions. In my honest opinion, I think some of those guys, not even some of them, those particular guys, and when I say those particular guys, anyone that makes a video bashing black women, anyone, you just got to sign them off as a loss. Just write it off as a loss. You can't move forward with that mentality. You can't build with that mentality. What's sad is these black men will not try to put themselves in a position to understand or look at it from the sister's point of view. Why do women do this? Why do women do that? Black women are taught from birth, from the cradle, that they have to be strong, they have to be independent, they cannot rely on anybody, they have to protect themselves, they have to have their own back. Whilst other races of women are taught, you can be a damsel in distress. You can be a princess. They can be a princess. They don't got to be a queen. Remember, a queen is a ruler, an emperor. She has to rule. And then black men wonder why some black women are so hard. Oh, we want you to do this. We want you to do that. But you're not giving them reasons. And then they wonder why when these sisters go to other races of men, why they lower their guard, why they're no longer the ice queen. You want to know why? It's not that difficult. You'd be surprised how far niceness, politeness, courtesy, love, affection, you'd be surprised how far that goes. Have y'all ever been nice to? Yeah, I've been nice. It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, all right. Because that's what you thought was nice. But maybe you were nice to the wrong woman. And it's always the same guys swearing to God that black women want thugs and black women don't like nice guys. It's always the guy screaming at the top of his lungs, cursing. Reality, wake up call for you. Those guys that claim that are self-professed nice guys that black women don't want, apparently, y'all are not nice guys. And don't for one moment think that just because you have a degree, just because you don't have a criminal record, just because you have a good job, that makes you entitled to black women. It doesn't. I've said this before. A black woman would rather a thug who is polite, takes care of her, shows her affection, shows her love, respects her, than a lawyer who makes a lot of money, who's disrespectful and tears her down all the time. The same way that she's not going to want a thug that's disrespectful. And the guys will go, that's not true. Ha ha, you don't know black women. Black women love thugs. Okay. Y'all stay focused on your childhood. Y'all stay focused on your teenage years when some girls, some, were after the bad boy. And then they go, "Oh, now black women want the good guy. Once this is happening, that's what really are people not allowed to change? They're not allowed to mature. They're not allowed to grow. Oh, you a simp, but your mama like me though, and that's all that really matters." You will be surprised the reaction that you get from sisters. Don't tell sisters smile. Give them a reason to smile. And if you've given a woman a reason, but she's not the right one, and she disrespects you, move. I'm gonna tell the brother straight away. Don't waste your time with that woman. She doesn't deserve you. Because there are some women that don't deserve certain men. She don't deserve you. Don't do all that for the wrong woman, but don't generalize. Be better, not bitter. Make better decisions with the women that you date. The same as we say to women, make better decisions with the men that you date. Aren't you sick and tired of just having negativity running through your heart and veins every day? Aren't y'all sick and tired? What is it with all this hate? And the fact that you can't get into your brains that you need to switch it up and change blows my mind. They complain about single mothers, all while chasing single mothers. You have some black men that they will only date single mothers because they know that she's got a house. They know she got some Capri Suns in the refrigerator. They know that she's always got candy. They know that she got some money. That makes you a predator. That makes you an ain't shit guy, a nothing ass guy, a nag. There are guys that want to sleep with women without wearing a condom, get her pregnant, and then not take care of the child. And then complain that they're being told to pay child support. That's your child. Pay the child support. But I didn't want the kid in the first place. Yeah, but the kid's here now. So you got to do what you got to do. It ain't the child's fault. Even Black China put Tiger on blast. You got all that money you not paying for your son? Y'all waste the space. Who makes single mothers? Let that sink into your head for a moment. Who makes single mothers? You know it takes two to tango, right? It took two of you to have sex. It took two of you to create the baby. Now, there may be a few reasons. Maybe you broke her heart. Maybe she finally saw that you ain't shit and she stepped off. She don't want you in the child's life. You still got to pay for the kid, though. The kid is innocent. Or maybe you just don't want to pay for the kid, so you're not trying to pay. But every time when you want to see the child, like, you try to throw a little $50 here. That's not enough. You got to be consistent. But y'all want to blame black women for everything. Oh, but child support is a hustle. Yeah. Some women do. Some women do that. It ain't just black women, but some women do that. But it ain't all. But here's the thing. If you bring a child into this world, whether you want that child or not, it is your responsibility to pay for that child. And any of you that say otherwise, I swear to God, I pray and hope that your children know how you really feel so they can fucking hate you. And when you're old, they abandon you and leave you to rot in your own fucking shit. No care home, no old people's home. They're not looking after you. I hope they treat you in the exact same way that you want to treat your children. That when you're old, they abandon you the way that you're trying to abandon them. I hope, I pray, God curse that on you if you don't wake up. Because the child is innocent regardless. Child never asked to be brought into the world, but you got to take care of the child now. You got to do what you have to do. I also say to sisters all the time, listen, in the beginning stages, if you tell a man that you're pregnant and he says to you, listen, he don't want the child, to be honest, you ain't really got no business having a child with that man. Because why would you want to have a child with a man that does not want a child with you, that does not want a child? I know sometimes you can't just take the morning after pill. And some women, they're opposed to abortions. They're anti-abortions. As people have to respect that. It's a major moral decision to have an abortion. Black men, you can't turn around and be like, oh, well, she should have had an abortion because I didn't want. Do you know what that does to a woman emotionally and mentally? That can destroy a woman. Notice I said it can. Not that it does, but it can. But when the child's born, that's your flesh and blood. That's you. That's a part of you. That is you. They are your DNA. The majority of these men that think like that, most of them came from single households anyway. Most of them hate their mothers, but don't hate their fathers. But it was their mother that struggled and made sure food was always on the table, that they went to school with clothes on their back. But sisters, you know what? I will definitely say you got to prevent some of these things happening. Don't have sex with somebody that my dad used to say to me once. He said, never sleep with somebody that you would not marry. He never said you have to get married. He said, do not have sex with a woman that you would not marry. And I was like, what do you mean? And he explained it to me. He said, because if worst case scenario happens and she gets pregnant, at least you know you can marry her. At least you know that you love her enough to stay with her. Because if it's just a woman that you just want to smash and the condom breaks or whatever, and she gets pregnant, now you stuck with her for life. So both you, men and women, do not have sex with somebody that you're not willing to marry. And if you do just want to have sex, strap it up. Because these children are innocent, man. They don't deserve this. Sons and daughters not seeing their fathers, seeing their mothers struggle, seeing their mothers getting stressed out with them, with the children themselves. That's not fair. Black men need to also understand that all Black women are not yours. Black women are the responsibility of the Black man. Don't get me twisted what I'm saying. I mean, all Black women do not belong to you. Some Black women are not going to be attracted to you. So they're not going to want to be with you. Does that mean that you react and start attacking all Black women? Well, she didn't want me. That bitch just wanted money. And then she just wanted a rich guy to rap. Yeah, it is what it is. We can't all be that lucky. It's a competition. Better yourself in the competition in order to compete. The peacock with the whack feathers does not get the female peacock. Make yourself an option. And if you are a good man and they don't see that you're a good man, she don't need you. On to the next one. Be better, not bitter. It is what it is. Peace, love, and coconut oil.
Hey man, that's racist. Please remember that from now on, brand new never before seen videos, as well as live streams, will only be available on my website, ikyg.com, via a Patreon subscription. ikyg.com is a Black-owned, Black-ran platform, 100% free from censorship. It's the only place where we don't have to worry about what we say and expressing ourselves. Make sure you check out the description and the comment section for important links, as well as information in video form that shows you what benefits you get when you support the site and join my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe and be notified every time I upload a video. For exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon. This is where we have private live streams, group chats, live Q&As, live phone calls, and open topics. This is a safe space where you can interact with other like-minded people, make friends, send each other direct private messages, and so much more without any trolls. And yes, you get to use GIFs and images in the live chats. So what are you waiting for? This is a completely independent website, free from censorship. If you'd like to make a donation towards the site so we can continue to put out the truth without fear of being silenced, then please hit that donation button. It's greatly appreciated. Check out the rest of the site for videos, private and public live streams, find out all the tea, and make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_IKYG.